Well. Welcome back, everyone, to American Whiskey Experience.
How's it going?
Hey, I'm James.
Pete.
And that's Pete.
And
our audience is Louie.
Louie, hello.
Louie the dog, just walking around, waiting at the door for Mom to come home.
We got a little whiskey.
Ooh, whiskey.
So we got, imagine that, huh?
I love whiskey.
All right.
What do you got?
This is a Milam Greene Triple Cask.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a Texas whiskey.
I'm going to pour.
From Blanco, Texas.
All right.
MSRP on this one is about $45.
Okay. I like that price range.
And kind of a crazy mash bill. We got 70% Texas corn. We have Pacific Northwest malted rye from Oregon. And we have 8 Oregon and Washington both. It's two different sources.
Oh, it's a blend.
And then it's 8% Wyoming barley.
Well, that's a lot going there.
Yeah, a lot happening.
A lot happening in this bottle, boy.
So age on this one, so Milam Greene Triple Cask is a hand-selected blend of 3 bourbon whiskeys.
Yep.
It's a 2 to 3 year old Texas bourbon, a 3 to 4 year old Tennessee whiskey, and a 10 to 11 year old Tennessee whiskey. Then they're all proofed to taste and blended, proofed and blended for taste.
Okay.
So they're kind of very unique. 94 proof on this one.
Yeah.
Kind of unique, kind of interesting. I kind of saw the bottle and I was like, all right, I want to try this.
Yeah.
And the price point was fairly reasonable, $45.
Okay.
So I was like, well, let's give it a go.
And it says it won 93 points.
Yeah.
So that means
Milam Greene is doing some nice things.
Yeah, we have a couple bottles from each of us.
Yeah.
You know, the lower proof and store picks that we got from different areas.
Yeah.
Cool bottle for sure.
Absolutely.
Texas, you know, we've done some other Texas whiskeys and bourbons.
We're really happy with that Garrison.
Yeah. And you know they're doing some big stuff down there.
And the cool thing about Texas whiskey too is they're with the arid climate and the dry heat.
Yeah.
They age really quickly. And they get some neat characteristics from that process, I think.
And they get some nice color.
They do. They really do.
It might be hard to tell, but I mean, that's some nice color.
Well, and part of this is a 2 to 3 year old Texas bourbon. So like you're getting, it's a blend, obviously, but it's
and 94 proof, we said, right?
It's kind of 94. It's kind of a bright copper, not too dark.
Yeah, I'd go with. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
Light amber, light copper. It's
bright.
It's bright.
Yeah, it's bright.
Let's give it a good swirl here.
I love these new glasses, by the way.
They are pretty cool.
Yeah. First one to have them in the group.
Right? First one. Yeah, you're first.
First.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, exactly. American Whiskey Experience. So what do you think on the nose?
You know what? It's got a nice bright nose.
It does.
I'm picking up just a nice sweet oak.
I get sweet oak. I get sweet cherry.
I get cherries and vanillas.
Yeah, a lot of that. It tickled. Excuse me.
A little creaminess.
See, I'm still getting that. I'm getting a lot of cherry still in that vanilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla cream, like.
Yeah, no, but it's got it definitely got that corn influence. I think that sweetness is coming through.
Yeah, there's sweetness on that nose.
I wonder where the Tennessee whiskey's from.
Tennessee.
No, I mean like what source? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's the source?
Is it Dickel? It could be Dickel.
It could be, but there's another company that we thought that it was Dickel, and it wasn't. And we did a review on it. I forget which bottle it was, and I ended up searching it. And there's another major company out there in that area that's producing,
I'll tell you, it's got a really pleasant
juice
nose
for these people. The nose is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the nose is more potent than a 94 proof, I would think, than normal. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a nose of 100.
You think it's getting a little more like proof? You smell a little booziness to it,
Not
or is it
booziness? Just more. I don't know. It's not ethanol.
a little just a stronger, more potent smell?
Yeah, there's more potent that I see on higher proof.
Like sometimes you smell an 80 proof whiskey and it's kind of like it's
watered down.
A little bland.
Yeah, it's a little bland. This one's got more flavor to it.
I got you. No, pleasant nose. I think
nose is a win. Yeah. Cheers. Let's try this. I get that oakiness. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, Smokey.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie.
Yeah, I think my initial taste is little heat, little oak.
So I'm not getting
little. I get a little bit of heat. I get a little bit of dryness. Those subtle background notes of the cherry, the vanilla, I think are in play for sure.
Okay, so there's a little heat now. On the more on the back end, not all the way to the finish, but end of the palate. there's some kind of cocoa powder or chocolate. I'm leaning more to cocoa powder.
I can definitely see those like even roasted coffee.
Yeah, there's there's a little bit of a coffeeness to it. There is a little bit of a
mocha, and there's some spices in there. I definitely get some spices. Really interesting palate, in a good way. I'm
getting those chocolate cherry candies. Chocolate with the cherry with the filling in there. Yeah, with the cherry. I'm getting a little bit of that. Just again, it hit me mid palate, on the top of my mouth there.
Finish is very easy. I don't get a lot of burn in the finish.
No, it's pretty pleasant,
smooth. It's a little bit. The dry tannins kind of show up a little bit there in the finish for me. The flavors linger, medium to long. Not too long, but more medium.
The spiciness part of it lingers for me.
Yeah,
on the tongue, on the top of my roof of my mouth there. This is pretty neat.
Different,
it's
right?
Different, yeah.
Like there's something in the palate there that I'm not picking up. I can't describe, the taste, but there's definitely some flavors in there, and there's layers in there. So like part of that whole like triple cask, multiple whiskeys blended together. I think it's like one of those 7-layer cake kind of things,
right?
Where you kind of get a little bit from each one of them, and they all add to the flavor.
Yeah,
which makes it interesting for me.
And if you remove one of those levels, you might tweak it a little bit.
And for a $45 94 proof pour, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. That price range is awesome for that. What you
get. Yeah.
And again, real quick, the age statement was just basically 2-year-old Texas whiskey.
Well, so the age statement is complex. It's a blend of 3 different whiskeys. You got a 2 to 3-year-old premium Texas bourbon.
Yep.
You got a 3 to 4-year-old Tennessee whiskey, and you have a 10 to 11-year Tennessee whiskey as well.
Right.
And they're all blended.
They're blended
for proof, and they're blended for
flavor. Interesting.
So they're all a little different.
Yeah. I can see why they won 93 points on,
Where was that? What was the gold medal from where? San Fran?
It just says, for more, he's got to visit a website. Wine enthusiast, 93 points.
Okay.
So, hey man, they won 93 points. That's more than I won.
Well, I like it. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
Would you buy it?
That's what I'm trying to figure that out now.
The bottle to me is attractive. Like I like a kind of a simple classic looking bottle.
I like the bottle.
Yeah, I mean the color from the outside looks kind of nice too.
The color is awesome.
Like not knowing a lot about Milam Greene because it's not one of those premier type companies. You don't know a lot about them. But like I've tried a couple of them just because I want to try some different stuff.
I don't have a lot of Texas whiskeys and bourbons and rye, so like for me, on that note, I only have, like I said, I only have one bottle. Right, and I wasn't really gonna buy it. I put it down like twice, and then I picked it up. I said I'll give it a shot because the price was okay. I probably would add it to there, but I'm afraid I'm not gonna drink it often enough to enjoy it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Because there's other things I wanted to enjoy, but I think to add Texas to the rack, I think I would definitely buy this. For that reason. But again, I think it would take me a good amount of time to finish it, and I don't know if other friends and family would come over and drink this.
I don't know if this is a daily.
It's not a daily for me at all. No, that's my issue.
It's got some good flavor, but I would make this a couple times a month pour.
See, I don't know if I would even go a couple times a month. Maybe once a month I would probably pour it for the night. So it would be a couple, but then that's where I'm struggling if it's a purchase or not. I think it's good. I just don't know if it's good enough for me. I shouldn't say good enough for me because it is good enough for me, but I don't know if I would want to buy it and just have it on the shelf.
For me, for $45, it's a no-brainer.
Well, 40 again, so that's the price.
Put that into play.
Yeah.
You think about what you spend at 65.
We've bought bottles that 65, 70 we don't even pour anymore.
Right. So I think there's a lot of flavor here.
There is.
I think at 94 proof, being very drinkable.
Yeah.
Not overpowering in the slightest bit. You want to have a couple of them. You're good there. and the flavor here I think is really good. I'm a fan of Texas whiskey. I do experiment.
Did you date this when you opened it? I don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
See a date on it.
I don't think I did.
Usually good for that.
I usually do that.
Yeah.
I guess I was in a rush apparently.
Well.
But I've had a lot of Balcones.
Yeah.
I've had Milam Greene, Garrisons. What's another one?
Yeah. So you had a couple more than I
had.
had.
So I played around with Texas whiskey because I think that it's neat.
Yeah.
I think the aging process is kind of cool. I think in those arid climates, those hot climates,
dry heat.
It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat, and it brings out a lot of great color of the whiskey. So for me, I think that's attractive quality.
Yeah, I mean, you're selling me, honestly.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job selling me and why I should have the bottle on there.
Right.
I think the best point of what you said, though, is that price point at $45.
Oh, you can't beat that price point.
You know,
I mean,
I'm
think
sure
about
it's
it.
cheaper somewhere else, but
you're
45
even like some of your daily type drinkers, you're spending 30 bucks range.
Yeah.
I mean, for another 15, you're getting something with a lot more depth than that.
Yeah.
And I think this is something like if you were to say to someone who's a casual whiskey or bourbon drinker and say, hey, try this.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. Like they may say, oh, wow, this is very different.
And it does have a lot more flavor than a lot of other 90 to 95 proof that we've had in the past. So I think that's a plus.
I mean, here's one to compare it with. Same price point, same proof point.
It's got good nose, yeah.
Woodford is 94 proof.
It is.
92, 94, same range anyway.
Yeah.
Think about the flavors here and the flavors at Woodford.
Oh, this has tons more flavor.
It does. I mean, double oak.
From the nose, from the palate to the finish.
It's kind of interesting.
I mean, in that case, I think it's like, it's good marketing, Throw Woodford at every bar, everyone's going to drink it and they're going to like it.
And nothing
if you did the same thing. No, yeah.
Woodford's great.
Oh, yeah, no.
Absolutely.
But if you did the same thing, everyone would be like, oh my God, I got to have, Milam Greene and go for it. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
For $45, again, it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
So it's a purchase. I just don't know if I'm going to drink it twice, 3 times a month.
Well, I'm going to pour.
But you know what? I'll buy a bottle of it and I'll find out. How's that for an idea?
I'm going to try another splash.
Oh, you dirty dog, you.
But
American Whiskey Experience.
Facebook,
let us know what you thought.
YouTube, Instagram. Check us out.
Leave some comments too. We'd like to know what's going on and what we can do better.
And if you see this in the store, give it a shot.
Yeah.
For $45, well worth this purchase. Cheers.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.